Every time an ambulance responds to a call in Austin or Travis County, there are 2 trained paramedics on board, but now the city is thinking about changing that.
The possible changes will still keep 2 people on board that ambulance, but one will have less training than the other. KXAN City reporter Reagan Hackleman joins us live from City Hall tonight with more on these possible changes. Reagan.
Well, Leslie, here about 30 minutes ago, the city's Public Safety Commission heard about these possible changes for the very first time. Now, sources tell us the city's been talking about this behind closed doors for about 2 or 3 months now, but one group they didn't include in the conversation, or at least they didn't include that much in the conversation, the city's EMS union, and that has the union president worried. Every time one of Austin's emergency rooms on wheels goes out on a call, on board you'll find 2 trained paramedics.
The paramedics that we're hiring right now are getting associate's degrees for the most part.
But sources inside City Hall say there have been serious discussions about swapping a paramedic for an emergency medical technician in some, if not all, of Austin's ambulances. The training they receive is significantly less than a paramedic.
In the state of Texas, it's 120 hours.
Steve Stewart is the president of Austin's EMS union. He says they're not entirely opposed to the idea, but they don't know much about it because the city isn't really including them in the discussions.
I don't know why they would not be wanting to work with us on this issue.
You don't need to race the patient to the ER. You can take the ER to the patient.
Mike Levy helped start the EMS system in Austin back in the late 70s. He's also the vice chair of Austin's Public Safety Commission. He, too, doesn't understand why the city isn't talking to the paramedics about the possible staff changes.
Most importantly, the people in the field should be part of the decision-making process.
According to Stewart, the city could save about $6,000 for each EMT they hired, savings he hopes the city would then turn around and put at least some of it into more training.
If we're going to look at that as changing the staffing model, then I would like to see that it gets done in a positive manner for the citizens and for the paramedics.
Levy thinks overall it is a bad idea, especially if it's being considered as a way to save money.
When you're dealing with human life, this is the absolutely wrong place to be doing cost containment.
Now, the union president tells us as of right now, there are currently about 40 EMS positions or paramedic positions open in the city. The president says he thinks the city's not hiring for those until they figure out these possible staffing changes. Reporting live from City Hall, Reagan Hackleman, KXAN Austin News.